Good morning, everyone. I am almost to 2 months. I got about 8 days or so. Today I'm gonna kind of go over what I did as far as like the dry cut and the water taper. So I bought a bunch of mason jars on Walmart, and they had a 100 milliliters, 200, 300, and they have a line. So what I did was I put water in 300 milliliters, and there's a line for 300 milliliters, and then you drop your pill in. You let it disintegrate, so it might take, 5-10 minutes. I did not add vodka. I felt like adding vodka would definitely not be a good situation when you're trying to, clear out your system. So I put water for 300 milliliters, drop your pill in, let it completely dissolve. It just dissolves slower when you don't use vodka. So you just be patient. Then you shake it up. You take a syringe, you pull out 1 milliliter, you dump it in the sink, and then you shake up your jar and drink it. The trick is, after you're done drinking it, you would want to put more water in it, shake it up again, and drink the excess that's on the rim or on the glass jar. Then the next day, you fill it up 300 milliliters, drop your pill in. This time you take out 2 milliliters. Dump the water in the sink, drink it, put more water in it, drink it again. And so on. So every day you're removing an extra 1 milliliter. So by the third day, 3 milliliters, fourth day, 4 milliliters, and you eventually take out the whole 300 milliliters. It removes a very small amount each day. And I've actually known people who did this, and they said it was relatively smooth. When I tried to do it, I felt the withdrawals pretty quick. It just didn't work with me. I tried it a few times. But for the people who it worked for, it really, really worked for them. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me, and I can kind of, share what I know. I am not a doctor. I don't claim to be. I don't claim to be professional when it comes to this whole thing. I'm just sharing my experience, what I tried, what I did, and hoping that helps. So, the dry cut, what I did was, since the water taper didn't work for me, you get a scale that can do the smallest measurements. I got on Amazon, and it would do like those micro cuts. You want to remove the smallest amount. So I would take like a nail file and just tiny little bit each day, and then put it on the scale, and you can go from there. I was going to do every 3 days. I would take a break because I was removing such small amounts. Every 3 days I would take a break. Listen to your body for sure. But I always had in my head, like, the thing that I was always thinking, like, if I would start to feel the withdrawals, I would have this, like, thing pop into my head. Well, just stop taking the pill and you can just get over the withdrawals quicker. Because if you water titrate, it takes months. And I constantly was just very impatient. And so that I wish I would have done different. I wish I would have been more patient, and I wish I would have done it slower. Because I feel like where you do have symptoms and it's a struggle, but it's not as bad as if you just cut it. So if you have any questions between the dry cut and the water titrate, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, there's Benzo Buddies on YouTube, and she goes into, depth. She shows you, she walks you through it. So it's kind of a good, it's a good way to know your options when it comes to it, because a lot of people just don't know how to do it. I struggled with it. I really couldn't figure out how to do it. And I felt like if I got it wrong and it threw me into like really heavy withdrawals, how was I going to try to figure it out then? And it was just overwhelming to try to figure out how to do this. So Benzo Buddies talks in depth. She shows you everything. It's a really good channel. Today, of course, mornings are the hardest. I woke up feeling extremely aggravated, and it might be because my daughter is like slamming the doors in the morning. It's early when she gets up, so she just shuts the bathroom door and just shuts it instead of like turn the handle and shut it. And I tell her all the time, like, it's 5 something in the morning, just be aware of the noise you're making. So I don't know if that kind of threw me into like a frustrated feeling. It's not often. I mean, they're usually really good. It's not often. But I think waking up to that, it's so frustrating in the mornings. For me, it's when I feel the worst mentally and physically. Once I get up and I kind of do my thing, take a bath or a shower, relax, just whatever, then I can rationalize in my mind that things are not so bad. You know, the trips I have to take and the things I have to do, I can not feel as overwhelmed from it. So, please share, like, and subscribe. If you like this channel, subscribe, please, because the main reason why I wanted to do this is to just have someone to talk to that's going through it, and just feel like I can help other people going through it, because not a lot of doctors, not a lot of people know what it's like. And I really feel, at the beginning I felt really alone, and creating this channel and sharing everything and having people reach out and say, that's normal, I dealt with this and that, it's comforting. I don't watch other YouTube channels because when they talk about certain things, it scares me. But I wanted a channel that shared the good and the bad, but wasn't just a scary channel where every time they posted a video, it was horrific. I wanted to see legitimately what they were going through, but like everything, not just the bad. So that's what I wanted to do. I share my bad and I share the good, because I want you to feel like there is a good. There is good. It's hard. I really feel like this is one of the hardest things I've ever done. But when I do film, I feel mostly when I'm in a good place. I don't pick up the phone and film when I'm crying or feel like my mind is just in dark places. So I appreciate when everybody says, like, I'm looking so good and I'm doing so well. And, there are times where I do feel okay. But when it's at the beginning, when it was really bad, I just couldn't film at that point. So today I just have, I've done my running around. Try to do a little bit each day so that it doesn't feel so overwhelming. And, getting stuff done, which feels really good. I have, some people, my husband's friend is coming into town, but he's like super, super chill. So I think that will be nice. But I noticed one of my main symptoms right now is just tired. I can't sleep. I have a hard time sleeping during the day. I have a hard enough time sleeping at night. But during the day, it's like, it doesn't happen. But I'm just always tired. And don't get me wrong, I will take that every day over the insomnia. The insomnia was terrible. But it is hard to be productive when you feel so out of it and tired. I feel like that's maybe my body's way of getting over this drug. I've heard people that are dealing with the SSRI withdrawal that it's not as bad as the benzos, but depending on who you are, it could be. So yeah, feel free to write me. If I don't respond, it's because I deleted on accident. I get so much junk that sometimes I delete stuff on accident, which I just wish I could get rid of it without having to go in and unsubscribe all the time. So if I don't respond, I didn't see it. Just go ahead and send it again, and in the subject put like question for a YouTube video or something like that, so that it catches my eye. And yeah, you know, just let me know what you have question wise, or you can write your questions down, and then when I do a live, you can put it in the comments, which is really nice because other people that comment respond. So even if I don't know, there are other people that have been through it that you do a back and forth in the comments, which is really cool. So yeah, just write your questions down, and then when I do another live, which will probably be like noon tomorrow or the next day, and get that back and forth going, which is really helpful. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Just feeling extremely lazy today, just extremely tired, and yeah, another day. I can't wait till I start feeling good. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.